right back at it. It's the Who-Bangin Sports Talk Lounge, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. I'm DJ Bigboss. I got my brother Wham OG in the building right here. TrotWAM on Twitter. How you feeling today, bro?
I'm feeling good, bro. You already know I'm feeling good. Just trying to chill, get right. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get right. Just got finished hitting a little first quarter play, so we trying to get to this money. I'm watching the games live right now, so I might have some NBA action on the show right now. So you know what I'm saying? If you're tuning in, make sure y'all hit us up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this real smooth, real brief. It's the lounge. We got our drinks. I'm ready, bro. You already know.
Well, speaking of live bets, I just jumped in live on this North Texas Purdue. I got it a bit ago, and it was at 127.5. I got the over right there.
Okay.
Just a little quick trap. I happened to be walking across by the TV, and I was like, "Whoa, let me see what the live is on that." And I think I got a good number. Let me see when it.
Yeah,
Let
I
me
see
see
it at
what it is.
129 now.
Yeah, I'm ahead of the line right now, so
Yeah, you
I'm
looking
feeling all
solid.
right right there. And I got Purdue on the money line in the parlay.
Okay.
But my emotions got busted a little day. I had to put myself back together with this Loyola Chicago team, man. Like I was fading the whole Sister Teresa coming in again and all this. Like you can't keep feeding me that same narrative. This is a total different team, different players. They built a little different. But this is
Right.
the one of the first times I got to see them in action. They do play like super mad D, but it's just strappy D. It's not even
Right.
like they just dominating in
It's
areas. They
position
playing really
defense.
good. Yeah, they playing really good as a team again. And then they got some shot makers that can knock down some big shots. So that helps them a lot too. But it was close. I had 5.5 with Georgia Tech. I mean, and Georgia Tech was when I started really sitting down with the game. They had the lead, and they just let it go away. And then they did some stupid stuff down the stretch. And when you got
Man.
those little scrappy teams that's playing together, they understand. Oh, if we up by two, somebody sink a
Yeah.
quick three, and now we getting it out of reach. You know what I mean? So man,
I seen the grandma. I seen the older lady too. You know, the 90-year-old lady and stuff. They said,
yeah,
"Do you know what
yeah.
time it is?" I'm like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, I believe she's a nun. But yeah, 90-year-old lady, she coming back. She already been talking smack about the players. I mean, I just don't buy into it. As a gambler, I don't buy into it. As a bettor, yeah, I could have sat down and thought that through a little bit better. But as a gambler, I was like, hey, I'm not falling for that. You're not feeding me this media jumbo wumbo. But they
Right.
hit me this time. But guess what? I'll be back to fade their ass again.
Off top.
You
Off
know
top.
how
Yeah,
we do
shit
it.
happens. It be like that. Shout out to Vert Girl in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all out there in the chat. I'm trying to get the Twitter situated here. I'm on the channel. I don't think I got the Twitter live though. So, oh, it's on yours, I believe, right? Okay, I
It's
got
on
you. I
it's
got
on
you. I
here.
got you. I got you. Now we on.
Yep.
Now we on. Now we on. It's on DJ Big Boss account. I'm gonna make sure I retweet that. You know
But
what I'm saying?
I
Make
could
sure
keep I
y'all
could
be
keep
knowing.
going while you do what you do on this college basketball, man. Because this year I took a unique approach, just from watching other sports coming into this. Because with the coronavirus, we've been tuned in to the sports pretty tough. So we done went through the bowl games, we done went through the Super Bowl, we went through the basketball, we went through the baseball. So going into this tournament, which we already know a lot of the wow factors with college basketball. I went jumping after the spots, man. I'm just in some real spots. I got some sneaky stuff going on. Like it's kind of hard for me to give out a solid pick because these picks are kind of coming from the heart. But I got a couple looks out there. So one of them is I'm looking to fade Georgetown
Okay.
because Georgetown basically they kind of work their way into this one. They every team that they play has something going on with them. You know what I mean? It's just a
Right.
matter of time for this team. Plus, their main objective was to win the Big East. Like that, winning the Big East is just as good as maybe going 2 rounds in the
Right.
Big Man. You know what I'm saying for them. So they won the Big East already, man. Ewan has been slacking as a coach. He just came back, and then that little Madison Square Garden thing, the team kind of fell behind them and stuff, and Now he got them going, but they had a little time to rest, and some of
Right.
that influence may take away right here. So I'm definitely firing off at them. And like I say, if I miss them today, I'll be right back on them again. You know what I'm saying? I'll be right back on them again. Where my other looks at? Um, so I
I
got
know
a
you talk
look.
about that Winthrop game, right?
Yeah, I got Winthrop. Okay, so they got a couple teams that's supposed to be good chances of winning the first round. Mid-major teams. So far, here it's Iona, it's Winthrop, and it was Oral Roberts as well. So Oral
Mm-hmm.
Roberts already pulled off the big one, and a lot of these big schools have some down parts of their season. All of them really. A lot of them shared the number one and number two spots for a while and all that stuff. So you know, I see my
Right.
man Big Ragoo in the chat. He
What's
says
up with Big
Georgetown
Ragoo?
and Georgia Tech fade City. Well, Georgia Tech is gone. I should have faded them today, but I went the wrong way on that one. But definitely fading
Yeah,
Georgetown.
Bucky.
And then I cannot see in the dark. My other, so yeah, Iona. My other favorite one is Villanova, man. Villanova, and I've talked about this a few times with a few people that Gillespie is one of those unique individuals on that team. In college basketball, especially down the stretch right here, you get Bookie Bird Betts in the building. What up, Bookie Bird? You get a lot
Yeah.
of people down the stretch
Right.
in college basketball. You know what I'm saying? So you know, without him right there, it's a different team for sure. Some teams, it doesn't matter. They got a deep bench and all that kind of stuff. But
Right.
this Georgetown team in particular, this guy, he keeps it. He keeps the thing going. And him not being there, they had a little time. They could adjust. They could adjust. They had a little time. They could put because if you look at it from their standpoint, hey, we know we don't got this guy for sure now. We got to make do. People got to step up, and they may approach it from that angle. But when they drew who they get right here. When they drew Winthrop, I don't know what's wrong with it. But when they drew Winthrop, oh, we
My
bouncing off.
fault.
It's all good. When
My
they drew
fault, bro.
Winthrop,
Am I in here? You
right
got
here,
me?
right there. I got you. Oh shit,
You got me?
I got you. And we got the Dom Ricci in the building. What's up, Dom?
Hey,
Oh,
buddy.
down in the house.
How are you, man? I don't see Wham. I only
Yeah, I
see
don't see
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
him either.
your camera is off.
Yeah, Wham. How you doing, guys? How you doing, DJ?
Nothing much. What's up with you, Don Ricci? I see you over
Everything
there
good,
growing
baby.
growing big hair over there, huh?
Everything
Back
good.
to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
is
Get
that how
back
you looked
back
in
to
the
the old
70s?
school.
Yeah,
Back
that
to
was your 70s look.
exactly. How's everything going? Listen, I was listening to what you guys were saying about the games. Let me tell you something about that
Oh,
Georgetown
there we
game.
go.
How
Got
you
it.
doing, Big Wham? How
What's
are you,
up
my
with you, man?
brother?
Oh,
Good
I'm
to see
chilling,
you,
Dom.
man.
How you feeling, brother?
I'm good to see you guys.
Oh, man, you
Um,
already know.
what do you call it? Let me adjust my chair a little bit there. There we go. Um,
Let me slide
that
this.
Georgetown game, I'll tell you, Creighton handed him that game. I watched that game from start to finish. Creighton missed so many open shots that game. It was unbelievable. And I totally agree with you with that fate about Georgetown. With Georgia Tech, they're my boys, and I've been riding them all year. I mentioned to a couple of people that I knew the kid on the team. He's my friend's nephew, Khalid Moore. But they lost one of their biggest players, their player of the year, actually, due to COVID a couple days ago. So Georgia Tech didn't have their big boy, who was a transfer from Georgetown, actually from last year. And that was a big piece they missed today. The Catholics and Sister Jean did her magic. I also had Georgia Tech plus 5.5. So,
Hey,
but to me, the only reason why they were fade silly is because they lost a big piece this morning. But they weren't going to go too far anyhow. I just had them winning today. That was about it.
Yeah, I
So
thought I could get some money, or I thought 5.5 looked tempting today, so I
yeah.
jumped on that one.
I did
But
have Oral Roberts. Check this out. I had Oral Roberts plus 16 and a
Oh
half.
yeah, I seen that
And,
in the chat.
okay, they went outright. I don't even know what
Yeah.
the money line was, but Jesus.
I see
That
so
must
many
have.
people on Oral Roberts, man. I was just so annoyed that I didn't hit the fucking money line, brother.
Another big one we
So
got, I
annoyed.
think Big Ragoo has also, is Grand Canyon. It's like 14, 15 points. And I took
Yeah.
the
oh
I
man,
took Iona also with the big points.
that's what I was going to ask you about, Dom. I've been hearing a lot about Iona, just like I heard about a lot about Winthrop. But before we go
Go
into
ahead.
that one, we got to talk about Winthrop, because Winthrop is coming up in a few minutes, man. And that team right there is stacked, man. They got 10, 11 players getting over 10 minutes a game, putting up points, participating. They got this big dude down low, big happy guy, DJ Buckets down there. And I think they could cause some problems for Villanova today. So I think this is definitely an opportunity for a little money line sprinkle on
Yeah.
Winthrop for sure. I mean, the line, if you think about it, it even suggests being that this is a mid-major team, especially coming from Winthrop's conference, being this is a mid-major team right here on the first round, like a lot of these mid-majors are
They balling
expected to
out.
tank. They're expected to tank. You know, they're expected to tank, have no chance at all. And this team right here, they look like they got a chance, and just like Oral Roberts, and supposedly just like Iona. So what is it about Iona, Don Ricci?
Iona has Rick Pitino. He has all the flash. He's the New York boys coming. Came back home. That was a big thing about it. But Iona has a couple seniors. They got a couple good guys. I'll tell you, with these small schools, like you were saying, you catch those schools that have a bunch of seniors on that team, or a bunch of guys who have played in the tournament. That means more to me than if they're coming from a bigger school or not. That experience means so much, man.
Oh
So
yeah, oh
much.
yeah.
I mean, Iona. I mean, with 15 points or something to line. So, I don't think they're gonna make a splash. I mean, Patino said he packed 8 different suits, so in case it goes all the way. But yeah, that's really about Iona. But I like your look on Winthrop. I like what you're saying about that team. I didn't take it, but I like what you're saying.
I mean, they're
Yeah,
ranked like what 19th in the country in points at
yep.
79 points, and they're ranked 14th in the first half. I think they got a great shot of getting hot early, right?
Yeah,
They got a good shot.
I think I'm gonna jump in on something on the first half. I'm gonna make that official for the show. I'm gonna go ahead and hop on Winthrop first half. I don't care what they give me. Matter of fact, I might as well take it on the money line. The element of surprise is a
Right.
big factor, and I think they could at least
The way
surprise me
today's
in
been
the first
shaking up,
half.
man. Shit.
Today, the unders in the first half have been. These games have all been starting out real, real slow, real slow.
Right.
I hit a couple second half overs, and I seen Big Bubba was talking about it in our group, and he was saying how he was hitting a lot of first half unders today. I did take the under in the Syracuse game, under 64 first half. That starts at 9:40.
Well, that was another angle that I was looking at, and that was from watching all these major games throughout this pandemic year, and really having time to sit down there with them. And a lot of these playoff games, and a lot of these, in the World Series, the first round is a bunch of unders,
Yeah.
and you always expect you want to see the team that you like come out and start firing off at the beginning, but there's some kind of factor in that first meeting of the team. It makes a lot of sense too, right? Like, oh, we're in the playoffs now. For one, in NFL, all of those teams play different in the playoffs, so you're getting a
Without
different
doubt.
team. So it's like an out of conference game and all that kind of stuff, even if they played before, because you're getting a whole different team. So that kind of drives a lot of unders. But I'm gonna stick with the Masters too, because the second rounds seem like they begin to go
Yes.
over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nerves. These guys. A lot of nerves
Yeah.
going on. Things like that. What you were saying holds true in hockey also. The playoff numbers, they go down so much with goals and stuff. So that holds true in all this. That holds true for sure.
And
Yeah. For
so
sure.
I got a little I got a look on some unders too, and it kind of worked in the Big Ten tournament. Now the arena that they playing in over there, Lucas, that arena is like a makeshift floor.
Yeah, I heard this.
It looks kind of, the dynamics of it look funny, and if you look at it real good, only Ohio State and Baylor, I believe, were able to put up points on that floor.
Huh.
All other the Michigan and Michigan State game dead under. A bunch of them on that. No, I take it back. It wasn't Baylor. It was Illinois. It was Illinois and Ohio State. Yeah, those two. And both of those put up 80, in the game. But other than that, they couldn't put it up like that. Now today, first game jumped off at the Baylor game. I was on that
Yes.
under, and that
Right.
one sure enough went under for sure. And that's in that same arena. Now, guess what's coming up in that arena as well? Later on tonight, we got the Morehead State game coming up in
Yeah,
that,
West Virginia.
and we got a nice number on there. We know West Virginia plays defense. Morehead State, if they show up, they got to show up with defense to be able to counteract this team.
Yeah.
But if they don't show up, then they don't put up a lot of points, and Virginia gets their way with them and slows them down. So a lot of factors leading to the under that, and the line setters know the line is down to what, like 136 or something like that. It's not a really high line at all. So that's another look. And they
Morehead
got
State is pretty good on defense too, right? They hold opponents to 64 points per game.
Yep,
They're like
yep.
29th in opponents points per game. So this could be a flat under. We know
Yeah, we got a
any college out of Virginia is looking to go under shit.
yeah. We
Wow,
got a lot of
135 and a
factors.
half was the total for the game. It went down. They must have took a little money. Let's see.
Yep. So that's another look at mine. Then starting tomorrow in that same stadium,
1 point.
we got the Oklahoma Missouri game.
Mhm.
We got the Creighton UC Santa Barbara game, and we
That's
got
a tough
the,
team right there, Santa Barbara. That's a tough
Texas and Abilene Christian game.
team.
And that one could be a big under right there because Texas has been underachieving. But that's the later one of the bunch, I believe. So I don't know. Sometimes when it sit for a long time, it be a clean under day, and then towards the last games they start going.
I'm gonna give a disclaimer out there. I'm not even gonna cap. I'm not fucking with college, man. College is doing me dirty. College is doing me dirty. But you know what? I've been on a bad streak just lately, regardless. So I'm starting to see.
Man.
You know how it is, Dom.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna start to fire yourself up out of there.
Yeah. Sometimes it works both ways. When you're hot, things just jump at the page at you, and you don't think you can make a wrong. Everything just looks right. And then when you're going on the other way, boy, tell me about it. I always call it the old roller coaster, man. That's me, the old roller coaster.
Man.
Yeah,
Nothing
man.
wrong with it.
man. But
Hey, listen,
I'm
that's how
treading
we.
lightly on
That's
these
it, man.
plays, though.
That's
But
it.
I think I like this Winthrop first half. It makes sense to me, bro. Because if you look at the first half, I mean, the book that I'm looking at is Bookmaker. They're giving out a plus 176 for that money line, but the line is only at plus 3.5. That just kind of just stands out to me, just that alone. That if it's that's short of a number in the first half at 3.5, why is the money line like plus 176 though? You know what I mean? Like, why is the money line damn near to the 200s there? You know,
Yeah. I'm not looking at that myself. Let me see here.
that's interesting. But as far as like the other game though, bro, what else are you thinking about boss on here? Because right now I think it's a lot of games right now on NBA that's halftime. The only game that I'm thinking about hitting is this Denver game. Denver game right now they're losing by 3 points.
It's halftime in Golden State. Golden State's winning 67-48. Wow. And what was the other game you were saying? Utah?
Oh, you know
They're
what?
at
I
halftime,
was
too.
looking at that Utah game though. I was looking at the Utah game. I know they're playing pretty close with
55-54.
Toronto.
Yeah.
You're getting a better number.
55-54.
You're getting a discount on Utah now at 4 or 3.5. I mean, they don't never really. What Utah Jazz does, man, they just shoot a lot of threes. Like obviously, they shoot a lot of threes. They don't never come out in the first quarter shooting those threes. So you can usually get a good live number on them. The pregame number is always exaggerated because you're thinking about their record, you're looking at all the stats that they're putting up as far as threes and everything. So they don't come out shooting those threes early. You know, they can, but for the most part, I typically tend to fade them early in the first quarter.
Yeah, speaking of basketball too, what you think about my looks today? I got this Purdue on the money line, parlayed over to the Heat. In the quick little money line parlay right there. What you think about that one?
You said you got the Heat and which other one?
I got the Heat. I got Purdue right here in the NCAA. So it's a two sport one right here. So I got the Heat, and I also have where's my other one?
You said I'm putting up the Heat game. So I say them down by their halftime right now. Of course, they're down by 10. This might be a good spot to hop on the Heat. Honestly, this might be a spot to hop on the Heat, bro. Hold on. Down by 10. That makes sense. And I'm sorry if anybody's like really watching this live.
Oh boy.
Because I really was not thinking about hitting this game particularly, but now
let's see the end of this.
Here.
Oh, and my other one is I got the Blazers money line.
What, you got a point spread on Purdue?
I got them on money line as well. This is a money line parlay. I got Purdue parlay to the Heat.
Down to
also
the wire,
got
baby.
the Blazers on there.
I like the Heat coming out the second half. It's at 4.5 though. The line is at 4.5 for the Heat. But
yeah,
I think you can get a better number because they're down by 10. So they're saying that they're not going to lose by 5, or right? So they're not going to lose by 5. I think they could at least get that, get the win. I think they can get the win. You know what I'm saying? If not, come out the third quarter, even up the spread really quick. You know what I mean? Shout out to my guy Bookie, man. My guy Bookie up in here. What's up, bro?
Bookie Bird, what's up with you?
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, man?
What's up?
How y'all doing, man? How's everybody doing, man?
Oh, hey, take your time, bro. Take your time, bro.
Y'all can hear me?
You got a rush. You got a rush. What up, though? What up, Marlon? I see Marlon here too. What's up, Marlon? Marlon been going crazy. Have you seen Marlon before, Dom?
No, I never met Marlon. How you doing, brother?
So Marlon,
nice to meet you.
So Marlon is somebody we definitely got to introduce you to. You'll love this guy. He's freaking like volume better, bro, and he goes all in. Like I think the first day we said the story. I think last week on the show that Boss hit him up like, hey, I got a spring training show that we want to get a couple baseball picks out there. So Marlon comes on the show and has 10 bets, right, boss? It's like 10 bets.
No, it was 8. It was 8.
Oh, he had 8 bets. He had 8 bets and went 8-0 in spring training, man.
Oh, spring training. Wow.
Spring training.
I don't fuck with spring training. You know I'm a baseball bettor, but I don't fuck with spring training. I give major props to you guys who could get that together. That's just something I just don't fuck with. But that's great, man. That's great. You got a knack for that.
I hate betting. I hate betting spring
I love
training
baseball.
Also. I just hate those ties. I hate the ties in spring training. I just hate that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm excited for baseball, man. Baseball is the sport for me that I'm still a student at it, but I do fairly well. I don't know how it happens, but it happens. Especially last year, I did really good.
I'm ready for baseball. I'm so dived into hockey right now that it's gonna be. I'll be a couple of weeks behind in baseball this year, so I can't give up what I'm doing in hockey. But I'm ready for it. That's for sure.
Talk about it, Dom. Let them know what you're doing in hockey, man. What you got going on over there?
Well, hockey's been good to me this year, man. It's been good to me the last couple of years, but mostly the second half of the seasons. Now, last year, of course, like everything was a little bit crazy, but discounting that COVID season there, that shortened season, hockey's been doing good. I've been having a good run. You know how it goes. We take what we can.
What you looking at going into the playoffs for the Hockeys?
I'll tell you. So the second half of the season really is starting now. So a lot of teams are right at that halfway mark now. There's probably around 25 games left, 30 games, in that area for most of these teams. So I'll tell you, there's no real big standout team. I mean, the Tampa Bay Lightning is good, but there's no really great standout team. But as far as some playoff teams now. I do, of course, we like Tampa, both Florida teams, man. I don't know what they're doing. They're drinking in that water down there in Big Ragoo land in Tampa, but they're just winning everything, man. Baseball, football, hockey. I don't know what's going on down there, Doc, but I'll tell you. I do like the Hurricanes to start making a push right now. I think the Colorado Avalanche has to make a push right now. They were hurt, but they got their big defensive man back. They have a shot at catching the Golden Knights, which is a team I don't really like too much.
I'm sorry to interrupt you right there, Dom. I wanted to ask you a question. So tomorrow they're favored against the Wild. I know the Wild is kind of one of those teams that can beat almost anybody. Do you think that they could pull off this upset here as well? They're underdogs. The Wild is plus 146.
Listen, the Wild is one of those teams too now. They got to make their push now. You know, a lot of these teams had some COVID issues. They had some injury issues, like the St. Louis Blues. But the Wild is one of the teams I have the Wild, the Hurricanes, and the Winnipeg Jets as some teams that I'm looking for to come up and maybe be a little bit of a sleeper. The team I like really tomorrow with the underdog I like is the Winnipeg Jets. They're playing Edmonton again. They're very good after awful loss, as are the Rangers. Both those teams are really good after losing, coming off a loss. And Winnipeg, yeah. And Edmonton is playing tomorrow. Edmonton is going to be now. Edmonton beat Winnipeg. What's today? Friday. Last night, 2-1. Now tomorrow, Edmonton is playing their third game. Tomorrow's the 20th, right? Yeah. They're playing their third game in 4 nights, their fourth game in 6 nights, and their sixth game in 9 nights. So they've been on a roll because they had a lot of games to make up. And Winnipeg is playing their third out of fourth. So I like the over in that game if it's like 5.5, which I think it should be. And I like the Winnipeg at like plus 140.
I see it at 6.5.
Oh, was that 6.5? Yeah, no wonder. No wonder, that's too high. I can't take those games. Listen, tonight, Toronto.
Honestly, Dom, I actually took the Winnipeg Jets the other night against Montreal on a bounce back spot.
Yeah, so and that was I had that too. They were like plus 185 that night, right? 165, something like that. Exactly. Yeah, that was a big one. That's a good look, man. That shows me right there. He knows what he's talking about.
I actually think this is kind of a similar spot here because I was actually on Edmonton yesterday on the Oilers run line.
Okay.
I definitely think Winnipeg will bounce back here. I do lean over also. So I might end up telling you on those plays, definitely.
Yeah, that might be something. But those 6.5 numbers, man, I just have a hard time taking over. I usually just let them go. Or like tonight, Toronto game, it started at 7. It went down to 6, went to 6.5, went back to 7. It was 7 goals in the second period. It was already 4-3. Calgary and Toronto.
Yeah,
so
Toronto.
But I'm gonna keep my eye on the line with that Wild. That's a good look, man. I'm gonna keep my eye on that though, Wham. But take a look at that Winnipeg game. That might be another one we could
definitely
might be able to get a price on, man, tomorrow.
I like the look on it as well because it's at plus 120. It's not a big underdog. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to look at the number as well, just as much as like the team.
I'll tell you something.
What you're saying, like it seems like the that team is. You know, you said 3 games in 4 nights. You know, they've been on the road.
4 and 6.
Progression right now. From what it sounds like, I'm not a big hockey guy, but
schedule is schedule, man. Teams got COVID issues. They had to make up games. You know, any sport, man. You know, schedule is schedule. You know how it is in basketball. You know, the Knicks are playing 4 nights in 6 nights. That's a lot. You know, or whoever. You know.
They probably thought we was about to talk about basketball. Now we're talking about hockey, yo.
That's right. Once in a while, we got. Listen, I'll tell you something. You watch the lines in hockey. Hockey isn't bet by the public so much. It's still a gambler's sport to bet. And if you look at those line drops or those line movements in the last hour, they really do mean a lot because it's gamblers betting, it's sharps betting, it's pros betting those last. Those if there's a line to bet. It's more so than a game like, football, like NFL, where it's a lot of public, that kind of thing. So the line movement really means a lot, where to me, in some sports, it doesn't mean as much. But Purdue tied it up. 1 second left, 61-61.
Wow.
I need overtime.
Wow. I'm looking at this Brooklyn Nets game and Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic right now are live 5.5, I believe. Brooklyn Nets, they can't really get a points in the inside. they're not making their shots right now. So it
Man,
looks like they just took it off the board, though. They just took it off the board. So I
Marlon,
believe
where you
that.
come from? Where do you live, Marlon?
that's not Marlon
This
with
boogie,
us.
yeah, this boogie.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Marlon's in the chat.
Oh, okay. Sorry, man.
I think Marlon's somewhere around. Marlon, where you at, bro? We need to hop you in, bro. Where you at?
Yeah, I thought I got. Where do you live?
I live in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm on Long Island. Yeah, yes. You're over here in the East Coast.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you guys are closer to each other than us, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Y'all got that good legal sports gambling going on over there.
Not New York, man. Not here. Not yet. New York. Only in a couple of Indian casinos. New York is still, the old mob guys are still holding their ties, man. They don't want to let it go.
Not even on the phone. Not even.
No, I'm doing offshore still, man. I mean, I was able to open up a bet online account, but that's because they flim-flam. They flim-flam, and the deposit says like a Chinese clothes store. What was that?
How far is the closest legal state to you? Like if you had
Pennsylvania,
and that's what? How long?
or New Jersey. New Jersey. FanDuel is New Jersey's closer to me. I'm 30, 40 miles from the Jersey borderline.
Hey, hold on, I'm gonna hop out real quick. Hold on.
You know where I was going to play poker a lot? I was going to Parks Casino in Pennsylvania. You know where Parks is?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was going there because it was a 2-hour ride from my house. I'd go for the night, stay over, and play because there's no legal poker really here. I just got tired of playing in the local games and the clubs and the social club and all that crap. I got tired of that. So, but yeah. We think New York is going to open up this year. That's what we think. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know why they wouldn't.
Now, how is it going with that over there by you, Boogie Bird? You just bet mostly from the phone?
Well, over here we have access to FanDuel and DraftKings in PA. We have multiple casinos around. I have a close casino in Harrisburg, PA. Also,
which one? Harris? Sands?
Hollywood Casino.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I know where that is.
Hollywood Casino. That's about maybe like 35, 40 minutes away from me. And then you got in Philly, Sugar House, and then you got, Valley Forge going out towards Philly. So there's a couple casinos out here, and there's also online websites you can mess with too. I forget a couple other ones. The ones I mess with the most is FanDuel, DraftKings, but there is a couple other ones.
Connecticut just opened up.
Do they have any like little kiosks and stuff? Like different places got a little kiosk you can put your.
Well, yeah, they do have the kiosk at the when I go to Hollywood Casino, they have the kiosk there where you put the wagers in. Right there, they give you you put the cash in the kiosk. Spits out your ticket. Everything.
But not at the gas station or the grocery store yet.
No, not at the grocery. Not like Las Vegas. There's no slot machine at Denny's yet.
When I was living in Las Vegas, man, it's a different lifestyle out there. Man.
Yeah, man.
Like you said,
that's for sure. That's for sure. In New York, that's what they're working. That's what the problem is. The mobile betting. That's what's holding everything up. Everybody looking to what's their cut going to be. Everybody has their hand out. I'm sure that's what the real reason is. But,
yeah, we got bigger problems in Cali, man.
Yes, you do.
They fighting over all kinds of political.
They fighting over everything.
Everything.
It's all bad. Thank God.
Almost everything legal over there.
I know. Thank God. I know they let us do everything else, but now we can't gamble. You know what I'm saying?
It's so ridiculous.
It's crazy, right?
And what's the most ridiculous thing in California? Is that in the state of California, marijuana is legal, but you can't smoke nowhere near a hotel or any of that. Ain't no smoking rooms nowhere.
Right.
So legalize it for me to smoke it, but I gotta go outside in the rain. Well, you're not supposed to do that because you're supposed to do it in the privacy of your home.
I just do it the way I always did it. It ain't gonna get changed. You know what I mean?
That's around with Dom, yeah.
There's certain things y'all got we don't got. Over here on the East Coast, we can't even think about that yet.
No.
That's
you don't want no
If I go outside and smoke something, I'm gonna get arrested.
Oh no, man! Yeah, they wow. What's crazy is I don't know. It might not last long because the youth, they kind of struggle with it. Like, excuse me. When you're that young, you think, everything's supposed to be about the way you do things or whatever. So they just overdo it. And once they start overdoing something, that's when something major happened, and then they shut it down. So
yeah, They
They have to
decriminalized it so
overdo it.
much. In New York, they made it. If you get caught with an ounce, it's a $50 fine now. It's so ridiculous. Just legalize it. $50 for have an ounce in your pocket. It's ridiculous. Legalize it, but whatever. It's you know what the prices have come down, so for me, I don't care.
Yeah, it's a catch-22 because
It's always a
the legal side
catch-22,
of
man.
on the legal side of things, there it's more expensive, you know, in those shops and stuff. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you another thing though, it did open up a lot of alternative markets as well because they got like monthly little clubs where you get this little kit with all these little
Yeah.
different bells and whistles and stuff, and you know
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff you can get. You know, they send it to you in the mail or drop it off, all kinds of stuff.
I'll tell you,
They just got
speaking about the gambling with FanDuel in New Jersey, there's so many people going from Manhattan into New Jersey, it's like 2 stops on the train, and betting and going like back to work. You know, my daughter works in Manhattan. Her friends, they go on the train on their lunch break because you can't access the site in New York. They have it. However, they're able to do that. You know, you can't access. So they jump on the train. 10 minutes, they're in New Jersey. They jump on the platform. They put their bet in. They go back on the train and go back to work.
I wish I could do that.
They said that 25% of the FanDuel's revenue last year was from New York.
Wow.
25%, and that's just people that live close to Manhattan. You know, there's areas that are really close to New Jersey. You know, so like California and Nevada, there's areas that are right there. So people where I live ain't driving an hour to do that, but people that live 10 minutes away are. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you're only 10 minutes away, I would. I have a friend that he lives pretty far away. He drives an hour loyally every day to the casino just to put in his wagers.
I get you. Yeah, and listen, it's worth it for him. It's a business for him. He does it every day.
Yeah,
it's like a business, man. That's how I get it. I get it, man. I
definitely get it. And he don't trust those online websites. Like, I guess he had an issue with FanDuel once.
Yeah.
Like, they held like $500 of his.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I hear you.
I'm just going to the casino.
I've been using the same guy for years, so it didn't matter. But
yeah.
So tomorrow, what kind of looks you guys got for tomorrow for these games? I put some bets in early. On Thursday, I put about 8-9 bets in. I split today.
You know what, Dom? I think I still want to fade my Lakers tomorrow. I like the way that the Hawks been playing defense, man. If you look at their last 5
I read
games,
something about that.
They're pretty good defensively, and they've been making their shots. I kind of want to fade my Lakers. That's at +4. It's an early game, and it makes me kind of want to take it.
Saturday, Atlanta at Lakers. Lakers are 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 hosting Atlanta. How you like that one?
Now, I will say that. I will say that's good. You know
like that, right? Yeah. And the other one I got put out for tomorrow is Charlotte at Clippers. The under.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Is the total is 6-3. Yeah, Charlotte at Clippers. The under is 6-3 in the last 9 of that series when they play at the Clippers. So when they're playing in LA, those two teams matching up, they're 6-3 to the under.
Oh, I got NBA questions too, especially
And there you go.
Bird and Wham in here. I got NBA questions. Let's
I know
talk
tomorrow
about
so far at NBA. The only thing I locked in so far was my 76ers minus the 7 yesterday. I mean, for tomorrow. That's the only thing so far.
They're playing the Knicks, right?
No,
they're playing the Knicks
Kings
tomorrow? Oh, they're playing the Knicks maybe Sunday. Are they playing the Knicks this weekend? The 76ers?
I think so.
Yeah, I thought that because the Knicks won 2 games in a row, and you would think they were ready for the championship around here. I'll tell you, I'm not a big NBA guy, but in New York,
yeah, they play the Knicks on Sunday.
In New York, the Nets, I don't know, the Nets could go on a 10-game roll, and they don't get the love that the Knicks still get. It's still dominant, with sports radio and people talking and the newspapers. It's still Knicks in this town. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I mean, as they should. They've been playing really well, though. They've been covering the first half really well.
No, I hear you, but I mean, the Nets are really made a splash the last couple of years. Came out of nowhere, and took over Brooklyn.
By Orlando right now by 15 points.
Mm-hmm.
The shit. You know how New Yorkers are. I'm sure
If you ain't really doing it, if you had never did it,
man.
we're not gonna trust you. The Knicks probably did it quicker than the recently, more recently. Well, no, I'll take that back. Right, it's been more success for the Nets than the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, recently, yeah, definitely.
Right,
yeah,
damn.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well,
now I want to talk about this Blazers game coming up soon.
Tomorrow?
No, tonight.
Oh, okay.
The Blazers and the Mavs. Now, a lot of people are worried about the Blazers coming off of back-to-back. And I think that people are not looking at the fact that McCullough is back. McCullough, he doesn't have to – his presence alone has turned on the switch for Dame time because he no longer has to hold the whole team together the whole time. Even if this guy is just nursing himself back from injury or however he's playing, I don't know. I didn't check his numbers, but I'm just saying Dame has been going off the hook. He could be more focused on his game instead of keeping the whole team together. Yes, this is a back-to-back, but they coming off a good win. And they playing this Mavs team. I think the Blazers go ahead and put another W up tonight. And it's plus money on the money line right there too. What y'all think about that?
That's interesting. You're talking about the
Dallas at Portland.
Mavs and Blazers.
So yeah, that you know what? I thought about that game, bro. I wanted to put the money on a money line, just like you're saying, man, with Portland. It made sense because I could, but honestly, it just what threw me off was thinking about this team defending Portland. They're not a good defensive team at all, and along with this Mavs team, they kind of been ramping up their defense lately. As far as what you've seen with the Clippers, I just think they have their number, so I'm not going to really take those last two games into consideration or anything. But as before that, they're getting healthier. They got Porzingis, you know what I'm saying, trying to shoot logo threes and shit. Very interesting to see this Damian Lillard-led team, though, because he's been cooking. With that game winner was just crazy. That comeback was something that we probably never seen. It's something that it draws any type of emotion out of anybody.
Hey, sometimes that's all it takes. That's all.
Yeah, no, I'm with you right there. I just think the defense, though, bro, it's just that part alone is what gets me off of the Portland, man. I mean, they're allowing opponents to shoot 39% from three the last 5 games. It just I don't like going against a team like that. And as far as this this Dallas team, Luka just looked like he can't do no wrong, bro. I don't want to bet against Luka. This is one of the things that you're not gonna feel good about. You know what I mean? I'm not quick to bet against Luka, but if I was, this is probably it, man. This is probably it. You're getting real plus money. You're at the house with Portland, right? They're at the house
plus
with Portland.
Money.
You're getting plus money at the house.
What kind of gambler is gonna take that?
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, bro. Now I'm right there with you, and it looks like the line has came down a little bit. Let's look at these injuries, man, because I done got bit way too motherfucking much to not look at my damn injuries, bro.
Those two teams head to head the last 9 times they played, the total went over. So that goes along to what you were saying about them letting up a lot of. They don't play no defense.
Nah, they don't.
I would say they both don't play no defense, even though. But the Mavs getting healthier helps.
They're an over team. You were saying,
noticing here. Last time they played on February 14th, McCollum did not play that game. CJ McCollum, and they still ended up winning that. Where was that? In overtime, I think 121 to 118. But Dallas was winning first half there, so obviously some revenge here for Dallas. But kind of interesting noting that Portland won that game without one of their second best players on the court.
Well, I'll say this as well. Portland can score. They got guys that can put the ball in the hoop, especially from three. They got guys that can do it. It's just they can't defend, bro. That's the only thing. Like if they were holding opponents to points in the paint or something that I could really pinpoint that I could ride with, I definitely would endorse this pick, the money line. I think we would have been better off taking the fucking Magic at -5 when it was at -5 because
look like the Nets have no shot of catching up to this team.
Yeah, what's going on with the Nets? Did they rest everybody tonight or what?
No, I mean I see
don't
Harden out there. I see Kyrie out there. I see these guys arguing at DeAndre Jordan and
that
shit.
line movement. I mean, I know the line movement was a couple guys were, dealing with injuries on the Orlando side.
Yeah, we got Evan Fournier back. You got some of the guys, major guys coming back for Orlando. So, yeah, I really wasn't going to think about taking against them, but that's what I would lean there though, boss. I'm kind of with you though, bro. I would lean there just offensively alone. They've been playing really well offensively for Portland. It's just that their defense is just fucking. It's just, they're ranked 29th in opponent's field goal percentage. They're ranked 29th. They let opponents shoot 50%, along with the Clippers, though. The Clippers are dead last at that stat. So the Clippers are dead last. So what we seen from Dallas, like I said, being able to get off on the Clippers, that don't really mean too much. Clippers just got some issues right now, like locker room shit. I think for real, bro. You might be right, boss. You know, you kind of talking me into it. You might be right, bro. You might be right, man. I don't
know.
Man.
I got a question for everybody on the panel. I don't know which way y'all gonna go with it. I'm gonna see how this go. But whoever want to answer it first, I know Dom can answer this right away. Let's go with you first, Dom. Can you tell the people that's watching the show that may be like getting into sports betting, or because we know you've been around the block. What do you define the difference between gambling and betting?
Or how I like to phrase it, gambling and handicapping.
Right.
Because to me, that's where the difference is. A gambler is just looking to bet anything. They're looking to bet the hot team, their home team, the team that won, 9-0 yesterday in a baseball game. Think that's a bettor. A handicapper is somebody that's diving into the game that looks beyond those the stuff of a home record, looks beyond that, looks to see, well, yeah, that team maybe won the last 5 games, but before that they lost 4 games on the road, or those 5 games were home. Just a simple thing like that. To me, that's where the big difference is as a gambler and a handicapper. As a gambler is just looking for that,
So do you always handicap? Or do you gamble at times as well?
On sports, I like to think I handicap all the time, but most of the time. But most of the time I do, honestly. Every once in a while, man, we still all get, as many years as we've been doing this, we still get caught up with once in a while with saying, I got to go with my team, man.
We be hitting those.
But that's.
Hey, Bookie, same question to you, man. Where do you draw the lines between gambling and betting?
Between gambling and betting here, I agree with Dom a lot. I feel like people that gamble is mostly just making uncalculated. They're just taking uncalculated risks. People that handicap sports and actually bet on it and wager on it to try to make profit or make a living off of it. Usually, these are people that invest into their craft, have advanced systems, algorithms, all kind of different things, in place to help them find edges on these lines. It's easy for me to separate it. Most of the gamblers are the people that just go to the casino and just bet parlays, just stack teams
you just said a key word.
This team.
Yeah.
They're 25.
Well, they bet a big favorite. They bet a big favorite. They'll bet a -180 game, thinking, it's minus 180. They can't lose. Things like that.
Exactly.
To me too. Like me, I'm a disciplined guy. You won't find me betting over 140 hardly ever. I don't. It just doesn't happen. I don't do it, man. I don't do it.
Did they used to get on Vegas Day for that? For giving out -400.
Yeah.
-400 lines.
He got the winners -400.
Yeah, anybody can pick a -400.
I mean, there was a guy the other day saying that we hit these 5 hockey plays in a row, and they were all over. He was talking about value could be at any price, and he was saying every game I hit was over -160 and over. I hit 5 of the games in a row, and I'm thinking, okay, that's fine. But if you lose the next 2 at -180, you're back to even. So there you go. That's just a little.
So, Bookie, do you ever gamble, or are you always betting?
I gamble more often than I would like to, honestly.
I made everybody be honest.
You have
that is a magnificent
I
thing
like to stick
about
to my theories and everything I have in place,
Right.
but sometimes I like to go outside of that, and that's where
Yeah,
I feel
man.
like I'm taking a gamble when you know you're betting a side that you're probably not as comfortable with. But sometimes those are good gambles. So
Sometimes it works.
Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And
I can't go to a Met Yankee game at Citi Field, even though the Yankees beat them all the time. I cannot go to that game and bet the Yankees. Can't do it. So that's when I'm a gambling.
That's why I feel like I'm a gambler. When I know my risk is just out there.
But I'm smart enough to put a half a unit on something.
Facts, because you already paid for the ticket, down. That's how we be thinking. We already paid for the ticket.
Exactly.
They ain't about to take a whole unit from us and shit.
Right.
Yeah. Right. How about you, Wham? I already know about you, Wham. But it's interesting to hear your answer. How do you feel the difference between gambling and betting, and do you often gamble and bet?
For me,
yeah.
So I go a little bit both. Honestly, I think you gotta have a little bit of mixture of it, because at the end of the day, you don't know when is this shit gonna hit or not. We know there's some fucks up shit, some sneaky shit behind the scenes. It could be shit all the time that we not calculating, or it could be like we mentioned last few weeks ago, boss, that it could be a girlfriend that just broke up with a player and he fucked up on them free throws because he got a text her after this or some shit. Like, you know, who knows about the shit going on. So I honestly go ahead and say that, yes, I do gamble, but I'm a handicapper as much as anything, you know what I mean? Because I learned from guys like Dom, guys like, Jimmy the Bag, guys like Peter Loshak, you know what I'm saying? Those type of guys that very meticulous on their selections, you know what I mean? Very meticulous on their selections. So when you think about putting out your soldiers, I heard our guy Clint bring this down as well. When you giving out your soldiers, bro, which is your bankroll, when you giving out your soldiers, you want them to come back on the mission. I don't want the homies to go around, hit the block, and not bust on these motherfuckers and not hit nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to have them come back home. Don't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Do all that. You feel me? So I'm trying to do it in that fashion. And I said it in a fucked up way, but I have my son here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still
there he is. Hey, baby.
You dig what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, though, I would say I definitely am a little bit of both, bro. I'm a little bit of both. I'm definitely a gambler and a handicapper because I should have pulled on the Orlando Magic, but the gambler in me told me to pull on Orlando Magic. I didn't. Now the Brooklyn Nets are on a 9-0 run, and it looks like they may be able to come back and cover that 5 that I was telling you looked good. So the gambler in me told me to pull the 5, but the handicapper in me is like, wait a second, these guys can still get hot. Let me hold on. Those things have to be a mix, bro.
Yeah. Just for the record, it cost me a lot of money to become a handicapper. That's for sure. It didn't start out this way. That's for sure, man.
That's facts. That's facts. You don't start off like that. You gotta go through the motions. If you're gonna really start off gambling, you gotta go through it. It's like when you start smoking weed and shit. You get that first high, you all fucked up. But once you continue to smoke, like you're like, that shit regular. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I hate to be like, I don't want to be the old guy like back in my day, but like guys are like us, I'm 63, guys that are over 50 years old, we were betting before the computer thing started. When you had the damn newspaper and the box score and and the sports writers and the TV. I mean, you didn't have all this information. So today, for young guys coming up, man, they could really save themselves a lot of money by listening and studying and following people, and that's why I give a lot of you guys respect, like Wham and Dutch and a lot of you young guys coming up, man. It's like you guys are smart enough to listen and to see. Believe me, the things I do right now is because I made those damn mistakes, man. Big Ragoo will tell you the same thing, I'm sure. Man. So
I tell you guys, for me, I think like the gambling part of me, it's all emotion, and I feel like when I gamble, I gotta be in the mood to gamble. I don't think the money really matters, but it's because you pay when you're gambling, you paying for what you're doing. You know what I mean? Right. So when I gamble, I like to be excited gambling. I never gamble upset. I want to be excited to gamble. Yeah. I think that's how you find that spot. It's like you ready to take a chance and you looking around. Of course, the handicapper you is always gonna weigh the numbers, the odds. That just comes natural after so many bets. But going in places knowing, even like me, like some of these fades, like me fading Sister Teresa today, that was more of a gamble than a bet.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
Sister
did.
Teresa.
That's a gamble.
I did watch it. I did study it a little bit, but I kind of knew better,
Right.
to mess with it because I haven't been betting Loyola Chicago like that all year. It was something I really shouldn't have got involved with, but I got involved with out of the fade for her. So me losing that bet,
Oh, there you
it
go.
doesn't really.
That's a perfect example of that game because I told you, I know the kid on the Georgia Tech team. That's why they were plus 5.5. I was betting. I wasn't going to bet against them.
Yeah.
That was so there you go. There's a perfect example of not, But then again, like I said, Georgia Tech was a team that was good to me this year. So, and they did have that injury. But anyhow, yeah.
My bets are calculated, but I mean,
Right.
if
No, I hear you, man.
calculated bets and your edges and everything, sometimes the edges really don't mean nothing. At the end of the day, you could have win. You could have put their mascots against each other and picked a winner. You know what I mean? Even though you said this one shoots this percentage, this happens this amount of time, because you didn't cap games down to the T and it go the other way. So
that's the right side and the wrong side. It's that simple.
Yeah. So in some essence, like kind of always gambling, But I guess if you decide the difference between gambling and betting, I think it's just an emotional thing to say, like, I'm okay with losing my bets, but I can only gamble losing for so long. Like I said, I have to be emotionally attached to gambling.
Yeah.
I have to be in the mood and everything. But my bets, I could take a win or a loss like a man. Like,
Oh, yeah. That's a big thing, though. That's a big thing, man.
Educated guess. I made a hypothesis.
Yeah.
I did all that. So
for me, that's a key thing, man. You got to be able to throw the, like Wham said, he's been on a little bit of a bad streak. You got to blow that off, like he knows. Same as when you're on the winning streak. You can't make a big deal like, I'm number one, because that shit'll turn around on you quick.
My guy Don Ricci though. He's notorious when he's on a nice winning streak. He counts when he's gonna get hit. He be sitting there going,
"There we go.
I'm 5-0. This was nothing.
Look out! The roller coaster gets to the top."
Sometimes I think that's really smart to you gotta weigh in even in the business, you weigh in your losses. You know what I mean? So you just because you selling all the burgers with extra cheese all week, everybody might stop eating cheese the next day.
That's right.
Oh man, we got one more guy in here. We said we was gonna let you meet this guy, and he's in here, man. But we almost getting ready to wrap it up. But let me bring him on in there. My guy,
Marlon. What's up, man?
What up, though?
How are you, brother?
What's up, my guys?
Chilling,
How you
man.
guys doing?
Hey, Marlon, I'm thinking about hitting this
I'm late, but
Brooklyn
better
Nets
late than
money
never.
line,
It's
bro.
good to be with you guys.
You got to talk me out of this, bro. I might hit this Brooklyn Nets money line plus 167, bro.
Hit that. I ain't talking you out of nothing, bro. I'm with you on that, too.
You know what, man?
Now I'm going to hop on that. I'm going to hop on that. I'm going to put $500 on the money line. Brooklyn Nets. Y'all heard that right here on Who-Bangin Sports Talk. My guy Marlon got me, you know what I'm saying? Marlon got me, get me inspired, you know what I'm saying? That's the gambler in me. This ain't got shit to do with handicapping. No, just joking.
But we wanted you to meet our guy Don Ricci, man. Don Ricci, this is Marlon Z.
How you doing, brother?
He been putting in the
Nice
hours.
Nice to meet you.
I've been seeing his nicely rolled blunts on Twitter.
Yeah.
Nice to roll.
Yes.
Thank you.
Man, you're out there and you live out in Cali?
Yes, sir. We're out here.
Okay.
We're out here in the. I'm in the valley, so yeah, you already know.
Gotcha,
we have to stay on that gas spread 2.0.
I hear you.
That's what's up. So, what do you think about this Portland game tonight, Marlon?
This Portland game of the night. I heard what you guys had. I forgot which one of you guys was rolling with Portland, I believe or not, or you guys had a lean towards Portland. Boss, all right then. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, boss. I think I believe also this is the third game or the second one they're playing. Is it the third one?
So let me see.
Not
Let me
sure.
go back. I got the information right up here. Hold on. It shows me
I
that
think they're about to sweep them, bro. I think they're about to sweep them.
This is their first game. This is their second game. I'm sorry. This is their second game. They played on the 14th. They played on Valentine's Day.
Second game.
Portland won by 3
This is
points.
the second game. I'm going with that sweep. CJ McCollum, like you guys are saying, he came back. He's gonna do even better this time. I still have Dame dropping over 32.5 at plus 100. I made a correction on that one. I gave out a wrong.
Why you saying that? Before I could cut you off, the over hit the last 6 meetings. You like the over in a prop.
What about the full game over, bro? What how you feel about that? It's at 2
about Damian Lillard's points?
No, I'm talking about the full game. So the full game over and the last 6 meetings hit. The full game over, the last 6 meetings.
What's the number at right now?
Right now it's at 228.
228 is a low number.
I'll take it. I'll take the over. I'll take the over,
That's
bro.
interesting. This is a team that's been laying around. Their overs have been in the high 230s for the last week. Now we're seeing something in the 220s here against a Dallas team that I think you said Wham have been playing better defense. And they're the favorite. Now I'm starting to think about this under here. And I know it's contrarian.
What is McCollum and Lillard? They're going to get their buckets.
Let me look at the line movement on that as well while we're doing
maybe the team total over for Portland is the spot.
That's very interesting, though.
It is very interesting. I see the line moving around. I see 228, 227.
Yeah, the UFC trying to hit together. You know what I'm saying? So the under has been steaming this. It's been steamed under. It opened up at 33.
I got a couple college games going.
Yeah, so
DJ, what happened with the Purdue game?
They lost in overtime. I got that over that.
You said they lost in overtime.
Hey,
what was that?
Boss.
What was the total
got Georgetown on the money line plus 200 for tomorrow.
You tripping, man? You tripping? When you gonna start growing a forehead like Patrick Ewing?
Listen, if they win tomorrow, but that they go past tomorrow would be crazy. I mean, it's not out of the question that they would win tomorrow, but
no, they could win.
It was a point spread. Was it like 8 points or something?
Hey, we already talked. We gambling right here. If I get hit,
now we're gambling.
Hitting them right back the next game.
Come on, Rutgers.
Do 78-69.
Purdue lost?
Yeah, overtime. Fucking overtime.
7.5 is a bad number.
Man, real experienced team. North Texas is.
Yeah, they got good defense.
I'm not surprised at that one either.
Check it out. I got this other one. So I got the Joker, 30 points at least, plus 126 or around there, that price. What do you guys think about that one?
The Joker.
You said the Joker. You got the Joker
at which one, bro?
So I got the Joker. It's a prop with the Denver Nuggets. He's gonna score at least 30 points plus the Denver win.
Is that live?
Now you know, Don Ricci, my guy Marlon, a few weeks back hit a UFC plus 2,000.
Oh shit! Did you really?
Man,
wow.
Yeah,
you got some
good for you, man.
I probably side though, like I heard you guys.
Ever put a UFC bet in? Honestly, I don't think I've ever put one in. I think I bet one.
Marlon's our US weekend, Marlon.
Yeah, but nothing official yet. Out on the scale, that was a big blow for that one because I was gonna fade that girl. Yeah, there was a girl from Lithuania, Julia Stoilarenko. Scale, it was pretty rough. Sports wild out there, bro. But definitely watch out for that one. I'm gonna be giving out
Marlon's Twitter, man. He's always up early with a whole card of baseball, a whole card of.
Been cashing. I had the Dodgers, the Rockies plus 100. Yeah, we're going keep the night alive.
Probably, bro.
We got some new baseball guys in the fold this year.
Marlon. Before he hopped on, like as far as like what he does, he's a name out there. He gonna give you what it is, and then when he lose, he gonna
put it all
right.
And all of a sudden they're gone for a couple days when they lose. You know, you don't see shit.
They go to Twitter timeout. They got Twitter timeout.
I'll make sure after the show I'll give you a follow, Marlon, after the show.
Hey man, we gotta wrap this up, though, man. I got some more stuff to do for the night, man. I really appreciate everybody coming in. But that's it, right? The Who-Bangin Sports Lounge live every Friday, 6 p.m. You already know what it is. Make sure you tune in for all of our content. We got my man Dutch with the daily freshest look. He's coming out every day. Who-Bangin Sports jumping out with the daily bangers. And, we tweet my man Marlon stuff all day. So, if you can't find him, you can find us. It's the same deal. But, yeah, that's what's up for us. Any of y'all got anything y'all want to tell the people before we get up out of here?
Good to see you guys, man. It's been a while. And hopefully soon I'll be back out there and we'll have ourselves another nice little get together. It's been a long time.
Come on,
man.
May 1st, man. May 1st.
I got my first vaccine the other day, so in 3 weeks I get the second one. Yeah, I'm ready to go. But it was good meeting you guys, man. DJ and Wham, love you, man, your family, and good meeting you other guys, man. We'll have a good baseball season. I'm glad that we'll be going. I'm on Twitter. At Don Ricci, RICI, I'm on Twitter, and I'll make sure I give you a follow, Marlon. And Bookie Bird, you're on Twitter?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter.
Okay, man. All right.
We're bets.
I'll make sure I give you guys a follow right after the show. For sure.
Definitely.
I always got my hockey bets put out every day.
Tell the folks.
All right, brothers.
Nah, just stay tuned like always. We'll always be dishing them out left and right every day, and we just staying after that paper. We a team, us versus the Bucks, so let's get them, baby. Let's attack. We're going to stay on that money train rolls, never sleeps. So here we go. Let's keep it rolling. Much love, guys.
Man. We out on that note.
Peace.